Okay, so this is £1 British. Now you can't buy a lot for £1 these days. You could buy a couple of KitKats or maybe a can of refreshing Coke to wet your whistle. But could you put together a PC that could play League of Legends? Well, I guess today we're going to find out. This is the £1 League of Legends gaming PC. I hope you enjoy the video. My name's Andy and this is Andy's Tech. Now if you're prone to getting offended by picking up free stuff, you may wish to look away now. This is an old Antec tower system I picked up locally off Facebook Marketplace. It was free to the collector, and as I'm prone to collecting old junk, I just had to have it. So a short drive later, and I'm now the proud owner of this dusty relic. The guy said it had been in his shed for the last 8 years, so it should work but no guarantees. There's no hard drive also, but it looks like we have a socket 775 motherboard, an okay little PSU, and a dedicated GPU of some description. So that's all the ingredients for a super cheap gaming PC. So this got me thinking, what if I added this £1 hard drive I brought off eBay? Could we maybe have a system that could possibly run a game like League of Legends? Well, fingers crossed. Now yes, I did pick up this system for free, so maybe I'm cheating here a little bit. But I do live in a very rural part of the UK, and I still see old free systems come up all the time. So I do believe that if you were in like a city or a more populated area, this would be even easier to replicate with a little time and patience. People throw away perfectly usable PCs all the time, and one man's junk is another man's treasure. I've even saved x58 3rd, 4th gen Intel systems from the dump before. But anyway, back to our system in question. After powering on the PC and doing a little digging, we do in fact have an Intel Core 2 Quad Q6600, 4GB of DDR2 800MHz RAM in dual channel, a Foxconn G31MX motherboard that supports overclocking as well, a rather skeptical Exenta 550W PSU, but it's not the worst PSU I've ever seen, and it's still running after all this time, so it can't be too bad. We have a Radeon HD 5450, this is the 1GB DDR3 model, so it's not the worst and it's not the best, but it's still a pretty terrible GPU, and it was mainly used for a display out for systems that couldn't provide onboard video. Plus we have the £1 160GB hard disk drive. We even have some RGB, which God only knows why this was added, but we all know RGB increases FPS by at least 20%, so maybe this was the case. Anything to help that HD 5450 along, I guess. So what are our chances? I don't know, but what I do know is this PC is filthy. There's literally creatures living in it, and it doesn't look like it's ever been cleaned. So let's get this old girl cleaned up and fighting fit before we throw her into the ring and see if she can play some League. Okay, so there we have it folks, the £1 League of Legends gaming PC. Now personally I think our little system did awesome. It ran at a steady 102 average FPS with 1% lows of 54. This was at 720p low settings, not bad for some old junk anyway. The system cleaned up lovely as well, and with a little cable management she looked the part too. We managed to overclock our Q6600 as well to 3GHz and the HD 5450 as well, which I think made all the difference. Temps were good also, with the CPU and GPU both below 60 degrees. I really didn't think it would do this well. I thought maybe we'd get like 60 FPS at 720p maybe. The only thing letting the system down really was the old hard disk drive, but beggars can't be choosers. I did test CSGO as well, which returned about 30 FPS at 720p, but the 1% lows were so bad, and I guess the HD 5450 just couldn't handle it really. So avoid CSGO or any other esports titles really, apart from League of Legends. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I had fun doing this little project. Maybe it can inspire you to do something similar and give an old PC a new lease of life. Thank you all for the support so far from you guys that have subscribed to the channel and joined the Discord community. Please consider joining them too if you like this content. Leave a like also, as that would really be appreciated, or maybe consider buying me a coffee. All the links are in the description below. Thanks again as always, take care, God bless, and hopefully see you in the next one.